Okay, it should be live now, so, don't know what that intro was, but, yeah, yes, hi, and, thought I would do something a bit different with this stream, so this stream will be a bit longer than the previous ones, but it's still gonna be what I consider to be a short stream, at least from what I'm thinking. It might go for an hour, but I'm thinking maybe 45 minutes or so, yeah, just going to be going through some of my replays and old videos of Smash, as I've been playing this game for a year now completely. Or I guess tonight at like 11 it'll be a year, and it's currently 5:31, so not technically a year yet, but I've played one game a day at minimum for a year, which is a lot if you think about it. 365 games at least, although there's been a lot more. I think I have something like 1,330-ish hours in the game, and so to celebrate that, I thought I would go through old videos and even stuff on YouTube too. But first I wanted to go through some clips. Got a lot of different videos, as you can see here. Got all kinds of stuff. But yeah, just kind of wanted to say that I know this video is, or the stream is on December 6th. I'll be releasing it tomorrow. But I did start playing on December 6th at like 11:30ish, somewhere around there. I actually didn't get a clip of the first game I played. However, I do have some of my earlier clips that I want to go through, and then do some more modern stuff, and then go to like YouTube and see some stuff there. So yeah, I guess the first clip I have is a fair 0 to death Mario. I did 2v1 with some friends that don't really play Smash that much, and by that much I mean at all, because they don't really own any Nintendo consoles. So yeah, got that there, kind of like that clip. It just reminded me of then, like, that was about maybe 3 months after Ultimate came out, if I had to guess, 3 or 4. But yeah, it doesn't really tell you the date, does it? Oh, that was in January, so it does tell the date, January 19th. So this one is January 23rd. A lot of these clips are going to be with CPUs, because a lot of the time I didn't really have anyone I could play with, so I played against CPUs a lot. And then if I did some stuff that I liked and that I considered cool or interesting, I would take a video of it. Looks like it's going to be doing it in the order I don't want it to go in. I also don't want it to autoplay so I can see the dates and stuff like that. But yeah, this one, it was me and a friend who I play Smash with a lot, although we both weren't that good at the game at the time. We were both playing random characters. I got Ness, they got Sheik. You can see my Ness was very good back then. Was able to land that, which I did, because that was actually a pretty solid read whenever I had done it, but just like considering how I played back then, like that was one of my better plays that I've done. You can see I really don't know what to do with Ness. It's just that they didn't really own, like, my friend, none of my friends really owned and then Switch until like this year. So anyone that I play against, most likely are not going to be that great unless I mention that it's like an online match. But yeah, I reflected the smoke bomb there, or not smoke bomb, but the bomb, and then it ended up blowing up the Sheik. That was on January 25th. This one just Falcon Punch. Used to play Captain Falcon a lot more than I do now, but I wasn't really that great at him then. These are probably against like level 8 CPUs if I had to guess, because I started Ultimate level 7 and then moved up to, now I practice with level 9s, although I don't really, or I try to not play against CPUs a lot. It's just that I play a lot of Smash offline with no one else, so that's all I have to do is play against CPUs or go into training mode. so that's usually what I do, is just practice some matchups and stuff. But yeah, this is before I made Mega Man, for sure. I didn't make Snake either, in case you're wondering. At the time, I think I would either be maining Mario or Dr. Mario whenever this clip was made. Because I mained Dr. Mario in Smash 4, so whenever I played Ultimate, still made them for a bit and then switch over to Mario. I dropped Mario on March 10th, so I remember that was Mario Day. But yeah, these clips are not going to be that interesting, I think, but they'll just show kind of my playstyle back whenever I started the game, so yeah, that was either Mario or Doc. On March 20, or not March, but January 25th. This is also January 25th clip.
Stand straight and try to keep your hips aligned with your back.
So yeah, I used to play random a lot. You can tell by like the different characters I'm using. That's a habit it took me a while to break. I didn't really break it until like this summer when I stopped playing random and focused more on mains and things like that. But I did have a lot of interesting stuff. The main reason I played random was to get used to fundamentals, and I think playing random is a pretty solid way to do that, as if you're playing as different characters each time, you can't really get into a habit with one specific character, so it can show you kind of like what habits you have, maybe how neutral interactions work, how advantage states and disadvantage states work in like a general sense, not with your character specifically. Well, it is important to know that how like neutral works and stuff with your character. Knowing how it works with other characters can actually help you against those kinds of matchups as well. So like, if you're struggling with a Ness matchup, not only would playing Ness against your character kind of give you insight on how they can deconstruct your playstyle and beat you, but it can also help to play against other characters as Ness to learn how he works in different situations and maybe what his panic options are and things like that. But yeah, this one, Miidito, this was before actually the shared content, so I made my own Vincent. I don't really know how that one landed. I got pretty lucky. And I was the Vincent in most of these clips. I'm player one, if not all of them. So yeah, see, they actually countered that. I would think they would have countered that. But I guess it's up to the game to decide. And yeah, they just gave up after that one. These clips are a bit too short to see my actual playstyle, so that's why I will be watching videos on YouTube, because usually, or not usually, but they are streams that I've uploaded, so you can actually see a lot more gameplay there than just small little clips of gameplay like these. So yeah, I think this was about the time I started maining Mario. I did use Purple Mario skin and still do whenever I play Mario. I'll see what month this one is, because I actually haven't checked them. It's probably just me landing fairs. Double roll a ledge into a grab, even though Duck Hunt was very obviously off stage. I'm gonna finish that up smash. Yeah, just a really low fair. A lot of clips are just going to be me doing stuff that I consider to be cool. Although I have taken a lot of videos of losses, it's just that they're usually videos and not clips. Although I should clip some losses to see areas of improvement. Or not areas of improvement, areas I can improve in. So yeah, this was about the time I started picking up Daisy 2. I actually forgot to see the Mario clip, so I'll look at both of the times there. I didn't realize I played Daisy before Lucina. I thought it was after this, you know. So yeah, just me feeding the nest and stuff like that. So that was January 1st. I guess I had a lot of stuff on January 1st, or not 1st, 25th. I was looking at the one. Yeah, got all of these clips pretty much are just from January 25th. Okay, that one's not. I was gonna say maybe it glitched, but yep, January 25th. So maybe I was using both of them and just entered them both. This was probably about the original update. Like that's probably 1.0 or like 2.0 maybe. This was the day that Piranha Plant came out. And then I remember this clip, but I thought it was a lot sooner than it actually was. This was on January 25th as well. This was actually quite some time before I started streaming Ultimate. I can look at whenever my first Ultimate stream was on my capture card on YouTube. I don't really remember the date exactly, but this was definitely before then. And yeah, a lot of the titles have names like Destroyed, Mewtwo is too good, and then colors. Is that one on... Okay, so that one's on the 28th. I'm still gonna skip it though. As you can see, I actually played on a different rule set than 2. I played one, like, 1st to 2, kind of play like a set with the CPU. This was about the time I think I started playing level 9s, or at least was experimenting with them. So, my Jigglypuff's still probably about the same as it was then. Or this could be me doing like Iron Man and stuff like that. I would do Iron Man with CPUs a lot to practice matchups and stuff. And I remember one time I got stuck on Jigglypuff. Like every time I did an Iron Man, I would just lose on Jigglypuff. So I played Jigglypuff for a very long time. I think the playtime ended up totaling about 10 hours or so after the time that I was finished playing Puff. So I just kept playing a bunch of different matchups to just get used to the character, because I kept really struggling on that. And that was definitely during level 10 CPU times whenever I struggled with Puff, because I know with like level 8s, I consider them easy to beat, so that's why I would play them a lot. Okay, Hitbox. I knew that the dare was coming, but I didn't expect it to be there. This one is going to be Nest vs. Lucas. I think we did random too and just got Nest vs. Lucas. I probably should have tried to absorb this, but so I just went for the bat instead. I mean, I guess it works. Yeah, I got the double back air. The second one spiked, the first one didn't get the spike hit. I'm gonna try to avoid doing CPU ones. This was an online game. This was like one of the first online games that I played. As it was like quick play too. I remember I had been losing a bunch of games. I was losing this one. This game was very laggy, if you can't tell by that. Me just holding down F smash there, like running into F smashes and stuff. So yeah, I down specialed Meta Knight, slide special, and ended up killing the Meta Knight before they could get back to stage. So I thought that was interesting. This is an entire game, just in clip, so I guess I can do that, as you can see how I used to play. This was level 9 CPU though. Sure. Even though it may not look like it, it's just because level 9 CPUs. I think they've gotten better as updates have gone on, although I'm not too sure. I remember level 9 CPUs were kind of difficult when I first started the game, but they weren't too bad. Like, even now, I don't really consider them to be too much of a problem. That's why I don't play against them a lot, or at least try not to if I don't have to, because they're so easy to defeat. I have a bunch of habits that I don't break against them. So then when I go online, I use those habits and they don't work because I'm not playing the CPU. I don't think I could be reversed, and that's why that happened. These are all gonna be CPUs. What date was that? So that's March 6th. So this is about the time I dropped Mario. Oh, that's a huge jump in time from March 17th to April. Nothing too interesting there, just... Okay, so this is the only JV4 I've ever gotten. This is against a level 9 CPU Shulk. It's the first JV4 I've gotten, and the only one that I've gotten since. I don't really know how I got it. I guess the Shulk was playing pretty badly. Cause I know my Daisy at the time wasn't that good, so... also just Daisy at the time. This is whenever Daisy was not nerfed, so you can tell because of the speed at which I'm pulling the turnips. And yeah, I would literally just turn up camp pretty much against opponents because I thought that it was a lot easier to turn up camp than actually play the game. Although I would go in for hits like that, it's just kind of risky. I wanted to get the JV4 here, so that's why I was playing extra campy, but even then, I still remember camping a lot. So yeah, that was the game there. Just, that was like 90% turnip, so didn't really move around too much. This was a compilation I made whenever I started doing the guides on YouTube, because I did a guide for almost every character in the game. I didn't do the Miis, and I think I have yet to do a Terry guide. But yeah, all the other characters I did guide for, even though some of them are removed because I didn't really like them, or stuff like that, and I need to go and redo them like I did with the Meta Knight guide and the Villager and Mega Man guide. But yeah, this is just a compilation of a bunch of clips I got of different characters. I did forget to do a Mario clip. So any characters that are missing, it's because I forgot to do them, and I believe this is like from Donkey Kong to Peach and Daisy, maybe? I don't really remember. So it's just random gameplay against level 9 CPUs. Yeah, that was another issue, is that with the Miis, they have a lot of moves, so I would have had to do a bunch of Miis at once, probably. Like, I would do Mii Gundam with like 1-1-1, and then Mii Gundam with 1-1-2 or something like that. Or maybe just discuss them. Yeah, I don't think this game was too bad. My Samus, at least. At least not that part, but yeah, this is just against CPU, so I don't really consider it that interesting. I know a lot of people don't like watching just CPU clips, but whenever I was just getting used to how the game played and everything, like, I probably had about 400 hours at the time of this clip, so I wasn't as experienced as I am now. I would just practice against CPUs a lot, because they were much easier to play than online. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about lag or anything, so it allowed me to focus on learning, like, neutral and tagging and things like that. Especially because, I got, like, 100 hours maybe in Smash 4, because I didn't start playing Smash 4 until after Ultimate, or like playing it competitively until about after E3, whenever all the fighters were announced for Ultimate. All you need to make the videos for like the replays in-game stuff. Like you can just go to like make videos and then you can I think that they have a pretty high chance of just being like randomly announced tomorrow or something, due to the game being a year old, but if not, then they will be at the Game Awards, I feel. I probably will be co-streaming the Game Awards. I don't know if I could co-stream the full thing, but I'll be trying to co-stream until the reveal if there is one there. Which if it's not on the 7th, then I feel like it will be then. Yeah, the game is turning 1 year old tomorrow. Came out December 7th, 2018. Although I've been playing it for almost a year because I played it at like 11 p.m. tonight, a year ago. And then there was a lot of people that played it earlier due to the fact that they switched their switches to Australian time zones, but I didn't do that because I just could wait. And then there was a lot of people that pirated the game, and there was some stuff that happened in like other countries where people would steal the game out of the stores or something. So yeah, I guess that's enough of those clips. So yeah, that was just compilations from about the time I was doing guys. So that was in May, actually. And then this is more recent stuff. This is Banjo. Got that I did discover what this was. I thought it was a wave dash, but it's just whenever you like air dodge really close to a platform, it kind of looks like a wave dash, although it's not really the same thing. This is what I've been working on more recently, though. I've been making stages in training mode, doing combos, and then trying to recreate them against just a non-moving player 2. So yeah, that was the Mario one there. This Donkey Kong one didn't go out the way that I wanted it to, but it ended up working out fine. They're not true combos or anything, they can be like DI'd out of and stuff, but I just thought that they were kind of fun to do, so that's why I've been making them. And I planned on making one for every character from Smash 64, and then like doing a video about it, but I guess I can show them here. As I have yet to do one for Samus. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of just, my old videos that I have saved on the Switch. So, now to transition over, accidentally minimized Streamlabs, but to transition over to Streamlabs, gonna be looking at stuff that I did on YouTube, as, I'm able to see a lot more of my gameplay here than I was on the clips, because I didn't really save that much video on the clips. So if I just go to videos, I actually want to see if I can find my first, so I guess uploads, and then looks like it's lagged a bit. Date added oldest, so I'll go from my first Smash video and then kind of just look at some videos in between, as I do have a lot of them. So yeah, I played a few games before I started streaming Smash, and even after Smash came out I played a lot of games, because I didn't have a capture card until like this summer, so that's when I've been, or that's pretty much how long I've been making videos. This is all kind of older stuff that I've done. Yeah, this is pre-Smash Ultimate's release. I know I did do a stream where I played on like a TV, just because I wanted to stream Smash in it, even though I didn't have the equipment. I just wanted to show myself playing Smash, although, this is the Lapo stuff, Spider-Man. It doesn't really have a name, but I have it under the info tab on my Twitch profile. And it just sends you to a link of the website where I got it from, which is Amazon. So this is Terraria. So yeah, this was me playing on a TV actually. Let me try to turn off the music. So yeah, I had like a camera and I just pointed at the screen. So I guess just look at some gameplay of how I compared then to now. Yeah, there's actually no audio, so I guess or except for me, so I guess I could turn on some music in the background from Smash, so. Just going to turn on the Ultimate music, has no copyrighted stuff there. Yeah, this is kind of low quality, but I guess we can move on now from this. You can kind of see how I played, although it's a bit too hard to see. Yeah, it did save the progress from me scrolling down. So, let's see. So, it was about the time that this pacifist run started that I got a capture card. Yeah, this was me testing it out with CPU. So this is the first day that I got it, which was February 27th. Oh, I got it earlier than I thought. I thought I got it in the summer. Yeah, there is some visual glitches and stuff from the capture card. I didn't really understand how it all worked. Because if you didn't have it at a certain quality, then it would have visual glitches and stuff. Like if you don't keep Smash at 720p, then if you go to the fighter select screen, then messes up and I have to keep Mario Maker at like 480p, and I just do that through the Switch in settings. So, yeah. This is probably in 360p too, because I also didn't know how bitrate and stuff worked. I guess I could have some actual gameplay of how I played. I wasn't that great, like, I'm a lot better now, but I wasn't too bad then, compared to how I am now, at least. And that's been my issue, is that progress has been, like, really slow. Or I guess, that's kind of how it is for everyone, if you've been in, like, a similar situation, but, like, whenever you start playing Ultimate, and then you start getting better and better, and then you just eventually hit a point where you slow down. Like, that's pretty much what I was, in, probably around this time. Or what CPU level is this anyways? It's probably not even like level 9 CPUs, if I had to guess. Pikachu wins. What's about here? It's about 30 minutes in. So I can see it's gonna be glitching whenever it goes to the player select screen, I feel. Maybe. Yeah, this is level 7 CPU, so yeah, it wasn't even level 9. So, and I wasn't getting 3 stocks or anything. Or, I wasn't, like, 3-stocking them, but I was getting 3 stocks every game. Yeah, that's how I can tell how old that is, so that was just gameplay stuff. But now I want to go to my first viewer battles from 9 months ago. I don't remember this going well for me. So, although I don't know how it went, like, I don't remember it. So, yeah, it's pretty much been the same format on the stream and everything too, like with the viewer count in top corner and everything. Like, that really hasn't changed that much. I remember I used to have YouTube at some point displayed in the corner too. Yeah, not edited, so I don't really. So I made an arena about here, I guess, and this is when I started doing viewer battles. So I was playing Daisy at the time, I'm guessing, due to this, but I was also playing Mario then for the arena. Yeah, I guess I can start at the beginning of the match and just see how it went. Had 10 minutes on the clock because I did everything at the maximum time. Like, if you notice with the clips, whenever I was showing them on the Switch, they all were, like, they didn't have the time limit because I didn't really add that until, a little bit after I got the capture card is whenever I started to add the time. But this game was pretty laggy too. And then you can also tell that I was new to streaming with the capture card due to the fact that you can't see the stocks at the bottom. Like, you can't see the full screen, it just shows most of the screen. And it's a little bit more zoomed in than it normally is whenever I stream now. Yeah, I don't think this was too bad. This is probably during, like, early 3.1, maybe. Or, like, 3.0, so wasn't too bad. I don't tech, except if I, like, touch the stage from, like, falling above. So if I land basically on the ground where I can retain a jump, that's the only place that I knew how to tech at the time. Or at least could do consistently. Wasn't that great at mashing either. I only mashed, like, the A button, I think. Maybe A and B. But I now know how to do that a lot better, too. Yeah, this game was pretty laggy, so I'm not too surprised with the SD. At least this game, you can't really hear the audio, but at least sounds a lot better than the audio did for one time. Like, even, yeah, you can't hear it, I guess. So, at least I can't hear it. Maybe it's because the loud dissipation's a bit too loud on Switch. As you can see, I was just spamming forward smash, forward tilt, basically anything that I could just get the person away from me from, and I would walk towards them and then just try to knock them away. Pretty much like dash attack, random up smash there. Tried to spot dodge that because I knew it was coming, but still didn't really know. Yeah, whenever I mash now, I hit like A, B, X, and Y at the same time, or at least I try to hit them all about at the same time, and then I also just rotate the left stick. As, if you rotate the sticks, that actually helps with mashing. Although there is a strategy if you play online a lot. I don't really do this because I like to taunt, but you can change in your controls to where you can set all of the D-pad buttons into moves, and then you can just spam the D-pad instead of like rotating the stick, and I think that would help mash faster, is what I've heard some people do. And I mean, most of the time that the mashing really matters, it's at a high percent, so it's not like you're really going to be able to get out anyways, is what I've found. Unless you're playing Inkling, and they spam Roller, which a lot of Inklings don't do that now. But because so many people didn't really know how to deal with Roller at the time of this, like I for sure didn't, you'll just see Inklings do Roller a lot. That's probably when Ike was considered top tier too at the time. Because Leo played Ike, so everyone thought that he was this insane top tier. Although, he's been about the same. Like, I don't think he's been buffed or nerfed at all in Ultimate, so he's really been at the tier I would say probably high tier. Like, maybe mid-high tier to top high tier, somewhere around there. But most people thought he was top tier because Leo. He actually did lose the game, so there was that. Just thought I would go over my first viewer battle I ever did. Didn't go well. At least not as well as they go now. Well, I mean, it's about the same, because I do lose a little bit over 50% of the viewer battles I do. Yeah, there were lots of gameplay. This is when I started to do, so this was 2.0 actually. And I'll look at that in a second, because I did want to go over tier list. So that was Super Street Fighter. That was a minigame I made in Smash where it's just basically any level with walk-offs, and stamina and the launch distance was reduced, so you fought really close to each other. It's basically like playing some of the older classic fighting games like Street Fighter. So there is that. So this was the first tier list I made, and then yeah, that's the World of Light. All the World of Light videos that just say World of Light are Spirit List too. So that was the run that I did of Spirit List. It took me a very long time to do, but I did do it completely. Which still kind of surprised me that I did it. I just did normal difficulty too though, so yeah, this was my first tier list for Smash. Maybe if I go to the end, maybe it's changed a bit. So let's see. So yeah, I put Ike top high tier, Sonic's in high tier. I mean, this isn't too bad. Like, this high tier, it's still pretty accurate. Low tier, I would say, is pretty accurate too, except maybe Ridley and Piranha Plant I would put a bit higher. And also, Charizard and Doc. And then I would move down characters like Isabelle, Villager. Puff would probably move up towards here. Maybe. As this was like an order tier list too, so it went by which characters I thought were the best. It's not too bad, I would say, for 2.0, but definitely not too accurate to now, like Meta Knight's mid-tier, or like low mid-tier where I'd put him like up here. Kirby, mid-tier above all of these other characters, including Sheik, Ken, and Ryu. This was definitely something that changed in the future. And then, let's see, 3.1. I think 3.1, or maybe it's the updated version of 3.1. I think that's my second most viewed video on YouTube. I'll look at my first one too. But yeah, this was first CPU tournament I did 8 months ago. And I haven't done one recently. Scrolled down a lot, so I might have missed that. 3.1. Add some more viewer battles there. I guess I can see this here. So I started from this screen. So this is about the time I started playing Lucina, just April. I don't know if it's this video, or, like, I think it might have been Viewer Battle 7. I started to use Dash Grab as a mix-up. Okay, so it might have been this one. And it actually started winning me games. Oh wait, that's not even my Lucina. It's player 0. Let me go to full screen here too. So, yeah, this villager dominated the arena for some time. Looks like, I wonder who I played. So I did play Lucina at the time, but it wasn't me during that clip. So yeah, this might be me here. Yeah, so I played Fox too, because I had Fox as secondary. Although, I'm not that good at Fox now, so I definitely wasn't then. I did land first hit. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff I didn't know about the game in case you heard that. Bowling ball does count as projectile, so it can be reflected. Physical projectile. Say as I jab, villager shield, rapid jab, dash attack, villager shield. So I'm just gonna watch this stock. Guess I lose it in the next few seconds. I actually lived to 164, so that's not bad. Okay, so yeah, that was after an hour, so I was probably a bit mad. Cause one thing I remember that got me really mad in viewer battles, and still kind of does, is the fact that like if you lose, you have to wait for so long, and then like I can't really say anything because I'm the one hosting the arena, so I feel bad if I say anything. So yeah, I would just sit there and just watch and kind of talk, although I didn't really talk that much. I don't really talk that much now. I do talk a lot more than I did then. So I know it wasn't that entertaining, and then I would just sit there and I didn't really know what to do, and I couldn't like practice the game at all in between. Like I couldn't understand why I did wrong. I couldn't go back and watch, and I just have to sit there and wait. So that's another issue. So my hatred for Mr. Game & Watch shows here. Because I did used to hate Game & Watch, and I didn't understand how he works. I still really don't. But, starting to put him a bit higher than I do now. I had him as like the worst character in the game because I thought he couldn't really do much, although that's pretty wrong. This was probably inaccurate. Pichu was probably the best character in the game at the time. I could see an argument for Peach and Daisy, but Pichu should have been higher. I think Pikachu should have been here, in between Wolf and Lucina, and then Olimar should have knocked Lucina off, because this was my top 5. That's how I used to do tier lists. S tier was top 5, and then S and A made up top 10, or so, because I don't, yeah, that's 6 characters there, so I guess I got that kind of off. But a lot of stuff still kind of holds true. This is a bit inaccurate. Sheik being that low is pretty inaccurate. Because I don't think Sheik is as bad as what most people say that Sheik is. I also had a lot more tiers than 2, like it was a lot less balanced. Like I did have those two up there, but yeah, it was a lot less balanced. Like there was S, A, F, all that. So that was whenever I finished the World of Light Spiritless run. So it took me about 2 months to do. Not streaming consistently, but yeah, about 2 months. So this was on the night of the Game Awards, or not the night of the Game Awards, it's after the Game Awards, because Ultimate came out on the night of the Game Awards. So this was the 3.0 release date reveal. That's actually one of my more popular videos. Yeah, 404 views. Joker videos and content and stuff were pretty easy views from what I remember. This is also when I started picking up Hollow Knight. Yeah, CPU tournament, final tournament there for Season 1. And then Solomar World of Light, which I didn't finish because I thought it was pretty boring. So yeah, that's when I considered the main Pac-Man, although I didn't actually fully go through with it. This was, I think my review of Infinity War Endgame, one of them. I think it was Endgame, actually. And I just played Ganondorf, named him Thanos, and just did stuff. This was like I had on Universal Tips that was basically I made this docs, which you can actually still probably click there, and it basically has like every kind of tip I had at the time in Smash, like the videos right there. So if you go through, or you could probably even just go through some of my older videos and stuff, you'll be able to find it from 7 months ago. If you want to see the doc there. And it just has a bunch of stuff. This was the first guide I did, so 7 months ago. I started a challenge where I would play through the entire roster, one character a day, and then at the end of the day I would do a guide over them. And then also gameplay for a bit, although mostly just guide, and kind of go over the strategies and stuff that I used to play as each character. for that day. So, Mario being the first one, hour and a half long, too, so, although, about the time of Fox, I think I stopped doing I just kept doing gameplay. Maybe it was Bowser I stopped doing gameplay, although, not too sure. Mario Maker 2 Nintendo Direct Reaction, so... So yeah, it's probably Young Link that I stopped doing gameplay, it looks like. So, you can see I have these videos unlisted because I don't really, agree with some of the stuff that they said. If you saw the description for the Game & Watch video, then you might understand why. I don't really agree with it anymore, and I just thought that they weren't that great. This was the 3.1.0 analysis over the patch notes, so I go through the patch notes, I say which characters got buffed, which characters got nerfs, like the unaffected, the ones I didn't really know about their changes, and then the ones that got both buffed and nerfs and things like that. But I still kind of keep up that tradition whenever there's a big patch, I go through and look at them. I wonder why I have Viewer Battles 9. Private. I'd have to go back and look at that. There's Pokemon Direct. So this is starting to get a bit more recent, 5 months ago. Doesn't feel like 5 months ago. Feels like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It's kind of weird. So yeah, that's Banjo reveal and Hero reveal. I don't know why Hero got more views than Banjo. I would have thought it would have been the opposite. But yeah, and then this is my most viewed video on YouTube. I've kind of gone over this before. I don't really know why it's my most viewed video on YouTube, but it is. The quality is going to be pretty bad because I still don't really know how bitrate and stuff work. So yeah, basically I did a villager guide. Didn't really know how to use villager that well during the guide. My updated one is a lot better, so if you do want to see that, it's in the comments. I didn't put it in the description because the comment I was able to say that. But yeah, and then you can see kind of my reactions there to different views and stuff. So this was the first video I got that reached 1,000 views, or I think it was like 500, then 1,000, then 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, now 3,600 views. First video that I've posted to reach that, which is kind of weird. Think about, like, I know it's not too many views compared to YouTubers that get millions of views and stuff, but it's still really weird to think about that. So this is my second most viewed video, not too far afterwards, which is my 3.1.0 tier list. I believe I updated it, but this was the original version. You can see some people commenting at Tapwater, Adam Littleback, so if you've ever seen them in viewer battles and stuff, because they do sometimes show up in viewer battles, this is them from June, so known them for a bit on Twitch. But yeah, you got S, which I did put Joker as number 1, and Pikachu as number 4. Eventually I changed it where Pikachu was number 1 and Joker was number 2. But yeah, I think that this is actually kind of accurate how it was then. Kid I have Kid and Ryu in separate tiers here, which is kind of weird because I usually tier them together. I guess this is like the only time I did that, maybe, but yeah, they would probably be somewhere around here now. I think that they're high tier. I don't think they're top tier characters, but some people do. I personally don't, due to some reasons that I guess I will discuss in my next tier list, which I probably won't do one for 6.0. I'll probably wait until the 5th character is released in the DLC and then do another tier list. In case you're wondering, I don't think enough has changed really, except Terry's introduction into the game for me to change my previous tier list. There's some stuff that I don't agree with how they're currently tiered, but yeah, that one was just a video about no announcements because I had to go on like a vacation. So I made an announcement video. I didn't make one for my most recent vacation, but I did make a stream for it. But I was able to upload stuff. It's the first shared content video. That was whenever shared content came out. Alright, shared content came out in 3.0, but I did a video in 3.1.0 because I felt like it would be interesting to see what shared content looked like a bit after its release, as not many people were talking about it. Like, the day after it released, no one really discussed it anymore. So, yeah, this was a pretty important stream for my Smash Ultimate career. Celebrating 1,000 in-game hours. It was July, which you would think, since that was in July, and now it's December, I would have like another 1,000 hours, but no, I have less than half that time. And I had a bit more free time then to play Ultimate, even though now my free time is a bit more distributed, I guess, as well, as I would just grind Ultimate all the time. But yeah, this viewer battle is pretty important in just video in general, because of this here. This is when I picked up Mega Man, so you can tell how kind of inexperienced I am with the character. I wouldn't necessarily say inexperienced, because there are people that have like 5 hours with Mega Man in Ultimate, whereas I can actually see how much I have now. So let me go look at that, and then I guess I'll play this so you can see something interesting while I'm looking at this. But yeah, I started to play Mega Man and did pretty well, so I decided to main the character. So yeah, with Mega Man, I have a total of 36 hours and 6 minutes played. So, yeah. And then what quality is this? So this is in 720p, so this is when I figured out about bitrate. And that I could up the bitrate on stream to actually get better, quality. So I was playing Mega Man then, and then started to do more Mega Man, and then became addicted to the character. Dropped Lucina because I find Lucina pretty boring to play. I was looking for another character as well. Alright, looks like that's got to reset that, so I guess I could just get back there pretty quickly. Hopefully. But, yeah, I was looking for a new character to play. Lucina and Daisy both just got nerfed in 3.1. Even though it wasn't as bad as I said it was, I kind of over-exaggerated things, because everything I knew in the game was falling apart because Lucina and Daisy got nerfed, so I had to find a new character pretty soon to play, and I went through a pretty long period of just playing random and playing all these different characters, trying to find someone to play as, and ended up going with Mega Man, which still happened today. Still main and still play him pretty consistently. I'm gonna open that video maybe. Yeah, it did. Didn't really want it to. Now it's my second Terraria playthrough stream, because the first one I didn't actually finish, but that one I did finish. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna take me maybe a bit longer than I thought to get back to where I was. I'm just gonna use my finger controls. I do have a touchscreen laptop, so it kind of comes in handy with stuff like this. And then I'll get back to where I was a lot faster. You'll notice that I do have a lot of videos, even though they don't really get that many views, because I just upload streams that I do. And I stream about once a day. Like, this channel is designed for me to upload all streams that I've done. I had planned on doing a separate channel for whenever I actually start making videos and editing and stuff. I do plan to do that at some point, but I probably will put it on this channel, just because this one has like a lot more views than if I made a new channel. Like, it would have to be a bit of time before people would start moving over to there and stuff, so it'd probably just be easier to do it on here. So yeah, this is 4 months ago actually, so this is much more recent than I was. I was about 5 months ago. Whenever I started playing Mega Man. Yeah, there's tier list there, so Mega Man. Return to viewer battles. Because I had taken a pretty long break from Viewer Battles, and then I came back to start doing them again. So yeah, I've been playing Mega Man for a bit then. This was probably about the time that I decided to the Smash Ultimate Viewer Battle stream, or short stream. This was probably about the time that I decided to main Mega Man fully, as I did, as you can see there, I was still playing random then because I was playing Doc, so that was about the time I started 100% main Mega Man fully and spend more time with him and stuff, so, yeah. This was whenever Hero released. Didn't mean to click on it. On July 31st, Hero released, joins battle. My Hero predicted matchup chart I feel isn't actually too inaccurate now. Oh, I did put Fox as his voice matchup, and I do think it is Pikachu as his voice, sorry. But, yeah, I don't think it's too inaccurate compared to how its current matchup chart would be. Like, this was what, day 1, or not day 1, I think this was actually before Hero, maybe even released, because this was just a prediction, me just guessing. There would probably be more characters in Even that move down to slight disadvantage, but yeah, slight advantage, like maybe Game & Watch move up and Joker potentially, or yeah, definitely Joker would actually move up, but yeah, it's kind of just getting more into modern stuff, so I think I will be ending this stream pretty soon. If this resets, I will. Looks like it did. Yeah, so, yeah, I thought that would just kind of be interesting to see some of my videos throughout the years and how my playstyle has changed and stuff. But, yeah, alright, here, let me get it off the screen. That was just me going to look up the Mega Man stuff and confirm it. But, yeah, that was just how my games play has changed over the years and, like, what I've been doing, or over the year, not years. So if you're interested in seeing some of my older videos from a year ago, you can actually go watch them in their entirety, because I did upload streams of this, so it would be the entire stream. Like if I stream for 2 hours, that's a 2-hour video. But yeah, that is all I'm going to be streaming for now. I might stream later tonight, although I do want to play some Terraria some more, because I did recently get it on my Switch. And I've been trying to get out of pre-hard mode, by fighting the Wall of Flesh. In case you don't know how that works, if you fight them, then you move into hard mode, and that's my favorite part of the game, so I've been trying to get out of free hard mode and into hard mode. So,